Jack, who lives in Lochinver, has been chatting with his friends about the things he and his family must do to prepare for Christmas.
Hey Jack, how are you and your family preparing for Christmas this year?
Well, my mum and dad bought this massive frozen turkey from the Spar. It is so big that we can hardly fit anything else in the freezer. What about you?
I just can't think of what to get my mum for Christmas. I brought my dad some white socks with red radio on them. They look so fun, and I'm sure my dad will love them.
What do you think it would have been like 2,000 years ago when preparations were made for Jesus' coming?
We're now going to look at some scenes that Jack and his friends came up with when they thought about the preparations that had to be made for Jesus' birth. Jack and his friends racked their brains and came up with a range of scenes that might have taken place to prepare for Jesus' coming. They thought about the preparations that the angels made, how the village of Bethlehem got ready for the coming of its newborn king, how Jesus became the bridge between us and God, how an unexpected feeding trough became a cot for baby Jesus, how some astronomers prepared to visit the newborn king, and the shopping trip made by the astronomers to buy some gifts fit for a king.
Hey Gabriel, what are you doing? Are you okay? You sound ill. What was that?
That's the choir practice, but they're missing my great voice.
Huh, your voice didn't sound that great a minute ago.
Come on, let's go join the choir practice.
Order 1, 2, 3.
It sounds like there is a lot of practice still required, but I'm sure they'll be fine by the time Jesus is born. They've got 9 months to practice, so they should be fine by then. But maybe not, for in the Bible it says, "Suddenly a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, 'Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace to those who whom his favor rests.'" Did you notice it said saying, not singing? Maybe the choir practice didn't go so well after all. Jack and his friends imagined the preparations that were made in the village of Bethlehem to get ready for baby Jesus. After a few doors were opened and they got no offers to help, Jack and his friends noticed the no vacancy signs on each door. They were reminded that when Mary and Joseph came looking for somewhere to stay, they got the same reaction. Joseph went to Bethlehem with Mary. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger, because there was no guest room available for them. Jack and his friends think about what preparations God made that so Jesus could come into the world. They also wondered why it was necessary for Jesus to come.
Where is the longest bridge in the world?
I think it's in China, and I think it's over 100 miles long.
Are you sure? 100 miles seems an impossible distance.
Yes, I'm sure. I read it the other day on Google.
100 miles is nothing compared to the difference between us and God.
What do you mean?
Well, God is in heaven, and that's a lot further away than 100 miles.
How far is it then?
I don't know, but it's much more than 100 miles, and we need a bridge to get there.
How long would it take to build a bridge?
God built that bridge to show how much He loved us.
I remember now, God loved the world so much He sent His Son. Now Jesus was to be the bridge.
Yes, that's right, and that's why He was born.
Jack is watching someone hammering wood got together to make something.
What are you making with this wood?
I'm making a dot and sheep to eat from.
How long will it take you to make it?
It's only a rough idea, so it'll only take 1 to 2 hours.
That looks like the kind of box that baby Jesus was placed in.
Yes, but I won't place any baby in it once the sheep is taken from it.
It doesn't feel right that a king isn't born, wasn't been placed in a comfy pram or cot, but a rough and ready animal feeder. Yuck.
Though he was God, Jesus did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges and took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. Somewhere in the Far East, a group of astronomers are wondering what the arrival of a new star in the sky could mean. They thought that important world events could be understood by watching the night sky.
Look at that bright star in the sky.
It has been shining for a few days now.
What do you think it means?
I think something extraordinary is happening and we need to find out what.
I agree. I think a newborn king is going to be born. I think we should go and pay our respects.
Let's pack up and go. What are you taking with you?
I'll bring the foods and snacks.
No, you won't. You'll be snacking on it all the way up and there'll be nothing left for us. You carry the telescope and other equipment we need.
Oh, that's a shame. Then I'll bring the bikes instead.
The astronomers asked people, "Where is the child who has been born to be the king of the Jews? We saw a star in the sky that shows he was born. We saw it rise in the sky in the east and have come to worship him." The astronomers realized that they couldn't visit an important king without bringing some special gifts, so they head off to the city to buy some special gifts in the shops.
Can't go to a palace without any gifts for the newborn king. I think we should go to the high street and go shopping. I love shopping.
I know what I'm going to get. Something made of gold, a watch or something like that. What are you going to get, Hannah?
Maybe some nicely scented perfume.
For a boy?
Or maybe some aftershave and frankincense sounds good. What about you, Harry?
I was thinking something like myrrh.
We'll not get much change out of £10,000.
That's true. The gifts for the king, they're worth every penny. I can't imagine what gifts we could get for baby Jesus. We hardly have £10, never mind 10,000.
It's going to be hard to find gold, frankenstein and myrrh Lochinver.
Getting a present for the king is much harder than getting socks for your dad.
I'm sure, but we need to find something.
I know what we can get him.
What can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would give him a lamb. If I were a wise man, I would do my part. But what I can, I give him my heart.